What is up, weather enthusiasts? I'm your host, Pat's Path Predictor. Let's get right into the weather. Alright, so this is the situation we have right here, ladies and gentlemen. The first winter storm watches have been issued for the snowstorm that's going to be coming in Tuesday, Wednesday for parts of the St. Louis and the Chicago area. So we're going to go ahead and go over all those real quickly. Let's go ahead and show you the winter storm watch. They issued the winter storm watch for much of this for the St. Louis metro area right here in parts of rural southeastern Missouri. We're going to go ahead and pull that up for you guys. So this is the winter storm watch that is in effect from Tuesday evening through Wednesday morning. Heavy snow is possible. Total snow accumulation between 4 and 6 inches. Portions of south central and southwest Illinois and portions of east central and southeast Missouri. Here's the impacts. Roads, especially bridges and overpasses, will likely become slick and hazardous. Travel could be very difficult. The hazardous conditions could impact the Tuesday evening and Wednesday morning commutes. So my advice for you is that on Wednesday, if you're in the St. Louis area, if you can, maybe work from home. Wait, but before I make that judgment, or before you do rather, just wait and see what more information comes out. Nothing is set in stone yet. We just have a winter storm watch issued right now. Now we have another winter storm watch issued for for Springfield, Missouri, which includes Rolla and all those areas. With heavy snow possible, total snow accumulations of 4 to 6 inches, with locally higher amounts possible for portions of central, east central, south central, and southwest Missouri for you. And then this is from basically the same time frame, Tuesday evening through Wednesday morning. So definitely some very interesting stuff is going on, and I'm actually surprised they're issuing it this early, quite frankly. So, yeah, that shows you that there is some confidence right there to really talk about this. Now we're going to go ahead and get to the good stuff right here. We're going to go ahead and show you what we could potentially see with the timing of all this. So this is what we have right here. This is the GFS system. Actually, let's go to the GDPS, or actually, no, we can go to the NAM for the Tuesday system, since that's far enough out. So let's go ahead and show you what we're talking about. My apologies there. So this is what we have right here. This is what we have. This isn't for today or anything like that. But yeah, this is what we got. This is for Tuesday. And you can see that snow starting to develop in parts of Oklahoma and Arkansas over there. And basically that's what we're looking at. Okay. My apologies. Then as this continues to move through, it gets especially heavy in southern Missouri right here. And this is on 6 p.m. on Tuesday right here when this starts. This is around 30 to 40 dBz, which is around 1.5 to 2 inches per hour, maybe locally higher amounts as time continues to go on right there. So this is what we have right here. This really ramps up. By midnight on Tuesday, it hits the St. Louis area with around 20 dBz right there, around 1.5 inches per hour of snow, as you can see right there. And this is very heavy and very wet snow as well, because the temperatures are in the low 30s, upper 20s right there. So those rain to snow ratios are going to be lower if you think about it. And then it eventually hits the Chicago area, at least parts of the southern Chicago area, around 6 a.m. on Wednesday. The same heavy snow, around 22 dBz, about 1 inch an hour at some points right there, and this continues to move. This actually continues to strengthen as time continues to go on right here, and this snow is still falling at the furthest this goes out, and this is actually 6 o'clock on Wednesday, 6 p.m. on Wednesday. So that's the evening commute. My opinion in the Chicago area is watch those snowfall accumulations. If we're looking at snowfall rates of over 6 inches by this point, and if it's looking like that, and if we go ahead and take a look at the NAM, this is the total snowfall amount, it shouldn't be above it. We're looking at 2 to 4 inches in Cook County. We're looking around 4 to 6 in parts of Indiana right here. But my suggestion is, if those snowfall totals somehow jump up a few inches, consider working from home, but wait and see, because nothing is set in stone just yet, as the models have been shifting back and forth. But look at how much it brings to the St. Louis area. It brings 7.5 inches for St. Louis County, Madison County over here, 7 to 8 right here. Over 10 inches of snow in Iron County over here, which is pretty interesting right there. So yeah, these are the snowfall accumulations according to the NAM. If we go ahead and take a look at the European system, the European is actually being a little bit more conservative right here. The European's bringing 2 to 3 inches of snow for the St. Louis area, around 3 to 4 for Northwest Indiana, about 1 to 2 for basically the Chicago area right there. Definitely something to keep an eye on. The GFS is kind of meeting the middle a little bit. The GFS is giving 2 to 4 inches around the Chicago area, 4 to 6 inches around this area, northwest Indiana, with a pretty decent stroke of purple right here, which is registering over 6 inches of snow from southern Illinois all the way up towards near Detroit, Michigan, right there. So a very interesting situation, but this isn't just it right here. And we're going to go ahead and show you what we're talking about, because what I have been noticing over the last few days is I've been noticing a kind of less of a one and done snowstorm and more of a pattern shift. And what I mean by that is that there's been a shift, and we're looking at a pattern in the weather, and the pattern that's in the United States that we could see, the Midwest at least, could see many snowstorms, many small hitting snowstorms that by themselves don't mean much, but when you start adding them up, it really does. And if we take a look at the GFS especially, it still starts, it's another snowstorm hits the Minneapolis area on Friday. It's not that big, but it does kind of start impacting it. It starts adding up once you start adding this one. We have another one hitting over next weekend, and we then have another one hitting at the start of February, and then we have another one. It's basically a pattern of rather insignificant snow, but at the same time, close enough to make an impact snowstorms right here. And a lot of them are impacting Chicago. Like Michigan, especially, the lower peninsula is in the line of fire right there. So that's what I've been noticing. It's not just a one and done deal. What we're looking at potentially is several snowstorms that by themselves don't mean too much. You might see 3 to 4 inches from them, but when you add up the entire totals of them, and considering how close they are, like it's maybe 12 to 24, some cases once every 24 to 36 hours, that kind of thing, that starts to add up. That's near consistent snowfall right there. And I mean, if the snowfall rates are low enough, we can always maintain it. But at the same time, it's a very interesting setup that I'm looking at. And even the CMC is picking up on this. Let me show you what I'm talking about right here. This is the CMC for you guys. This is for basically the north central part of the United States. And this is that first system we have right here by Friday morning. And then we have another system moving through, and then another one, and this is at 240 hours out right here. And already by 240 hours out, the CMC is bringing 16 inches of snow for much of Cook County right here. And this isn't just from one big snowstorm. It's from a series of rather smaller snowstorms, but they're happening consistent enough that it really starts to cause those impacts to develop. So definitely some very interesting stuff that is going on here. And I will continue to update you guys as more models come out. I'll continue to update you guys as basically we see more of these things coming on. And we will continue to update you guys on everything here on the Pat's Path Predictor channel. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. It helps me out and helps me make more videos like these. The goal of this channel is to get more people engaged with weather. But with that being said, have a wonderful day. Stay safe.